But how many of you love what you do? I'm kind of baiting you here. How many of you are passionate about what you do? Okay. That's what I want to talk about here as we close. It's a matter of passion. If you're passionate about what you do. And I want to tell you, I've always wanted to tell my girlfriend this story. She's a flight attendant. And this is a great story, a true story. And it really has some impact about how important passion is in your life. So bear with me. I fly 205 days a year, roughly. I have a plan. Get on the plane, find my seat, and I doze off. That's what I do. And I've heard all the squawk from the captains, all the conversations from the flight attendants and the first officer and all that. But I'm laying there one day, sleeping, dozing off, and I notice a little boy walks on the plane with his parents. And he sits right across from me on the aisle. And as I'm dozing off, I hear this. Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to take off. If you please buckle your seatbelts. And I'm thinking, I've heard that 1,000 times, right? And a couple seconds later, I hear, so Jim, how's the wife and the family? The kids? I'm thinking, now that's unusual. I've not heard that, right? And the next thing you know, I hear, ladies and gentlemen, we're backing up now. And I feel the plane jerk. Everything's cool. And then I hear, oh my God, we're going to hit something. And I sit up, and it's this 6-year-old kid sitting in there doing the squawk and everything. And I'm like, oh my God. The back of that seat in front of him became the cockpit of that airplane. He's tapping the altimeter, looking out the window, checking the foot pedals and all. And I'm watching this kid, and I must have looked like I was on a Darvon drip because my mouth is down here. And I'm watching this kid, 6, 7 years old, right? And he's going on and on and on. And then he gives me one of these. He looks over and he goes, he winks at me like he's in control, right? So we get off, we taxi out. He's got his hand on the controls. As the plane takes off, he pulls back on that stick, plane comes up off the ground. I'm thinking, whoa, this is cool watching this kid do this stuff. The plane banks left, he banks left. Plane banks right, he banks right. Plane gets in turbulence. He goes like this, exaggerating it like this, and he looks at me and goes, don't worry, we're going to be fine. Right? We were flying from Vegas to San Diego. Charles Lindbergh Field, he lands that plane perfectly. Never took his hand off the stick. Never stopped doing what he was doing for 45 minutes. He lands, we land, get up. I look at him and I said, wow, I bet you'd like to be a pilot someday, wouldn't you? He says, no, sir, I'm going to be. 7. And I said, why is that? He says, because I have a passion for flying. At 7. And I thought to myself, if I can be a contribution, if I can have that type of passion when I speak, and I can push that out on you, if I have that kind of passion when I deal with my children, how powerful could I be? If I have that kind of passion when I'm dealing with my girlfriend, somebody that I care deeply about, what kind of person could I be? Contribution could I be to that person in their life? I hope that today you've learned something that you can walk away with. Don't walk out the door and let it suck all that information out of your head. Apply it. Knowledge is important, but applied knowledge is king. And remember that. I want to thank you for being a contribution to my life today. I enjoyed every bit of it. Thank you for being here.